Hello guys, and welcome to this video. My name is Ngoni. The purpose of this video is to present to you the business opportunity that has changed lives. The business that I'm going to present to you today is a business that has got a tremendous amount of leverage and tremendous amount of wealth that you can make out of it. And I encourage you to watch this video until the end, because I'm going to be giving out free stuff in the end. So welcome to the zone. Me and my business partners have created a movement that is called the Zone. The Zone is a wealth creation movement. You might be seeing it on social media, when everybody's talking about the Zone, hashtag the Zone and so forth. It's a wealth creation movement that we have created to actually reach out to the masses of all over the world, starting from Africa, starting from South Africa, to the rest of Africa and to the rest of the world. Preaching the gospel of wealth creation. And I'm so very glad to be part of this big movement that my team has actually initiated. So let me give you a brief overview of what you expect to get in this presentation. Here you're going to get a unique investment model that has got daily profit share, and it's a global business. You can either make it a full-time or a part-time business, and it's a timely business model, and it's a continuous business model, which means it's not a business model that has got maybe a season or something like that. It's going to continue to go on and on as long the world is keep on evolving the way it is right now. So let me just give a brief background of myself so that we can get to know each other. Some of you might have been knowing me, but some of you might not know me. As regards to what I do and what I've been doing before, I'm a qualified IT specialist and software development. I actually graduated in 2012, and I'm also a graphic designer, a diploma in graphic designing. I'm also a digital marketer, right? I have skills in digital marketing, and I was actually running a digital marketing company. And I'm also a blockchain specialist, certified by the University of Pretoria. So I'm certified as a blockchain expert by the University of Pretoria. And I'm also an entrepreneur, network marketer. I run a couple of businesses and partnerships, including network marketing with Mining City. So in a nutshell, this is who I am. So now that you know me, let me go ahead and talk about something that is called the CASHFLOW quadrant. As some of you might know, the CASHFLOW quadrant is a book by Robert Kiyosaki. In this book, he explains how people earn money. He says, whether you are coming from any part of the world, you belong to one of these quadrants. The first quadrant is the employee quadrant. 95% of the world are employees, but 5% of wealth can be found in this employee quadrant. So which means 95% of this whole world is actually trying to squeeze themselves into getting this 5% of the wealth, right? And there is no leverage when you're an employee. You can't leave your job for inheritance. Essentially, people who are in the employee quadrant trade their time for money. So they trade their time and expertise for money, right? So they work for money, right? Their time equals to their money, right? And we go to the next quadrant, which is the self-employed. Self-employed is someone who owns a small business, in which this business is dependent on him. Many of the skills people, they fall into this category, be them accountants, be them doctors, be them people who are owning a business of which they're working in that business, and the business is dependent upon them working in that business. So simply, people who are in the S quadrant actually just own a job. They have no leverage. People in the S quadrant normally confuse themselves with business owners, but the main difference between them and business owners is that they have no leverage. They have no leverage for the fact that they have not built systems in which the business will run, either they are at the business or not, right? Now we go to the business owner. The difference between the business owner and the self-employed is that a business owner builds a set of systems whereby the business will run even if he is at work or not. So business owners build system in such a way that they convert people into money. So people are working for them to make money. So they don't have to work in the business. The business itself is set up in a way that people can work in the business and he still earns his money whether he works or not. And those are business owners, right? And an investor is someone who makes their money work for them. So they put in money and that money grows and actually makes interest, and that's how they make money, right? So investors make money for money, and there is leverage. The main difference that you see here is that an employee and a self-employed person are actually working for money and there's no leverage, and they have to work until they die because of the fact that if they leave their job, no income is going to come, right? But the business owners are actually have more leverage, and also their business are scalable. They can actually build more and more and more businesses. Take for instance an employee. You're only one. You can't duplicate yourself, to even scale yourself, right? So which means you don't want to die in the employee or self-employed quadrant, for the fact that most of the times you will not be able to leave enough wealth or enough money for your kids to actually live for, right? And also you won't have the freedom and the time that you need to actually achieve some other parts of life that are different from work, right? Because you must have a balance in life whereby your family has got enough time. The employees earn less and work more. The self-employed work hard, but they work for less. The employees and the self-employed have no leverage at all. The business owners have leverage, and they leverage on ease and sometimes on S's, on self-employed people, right? The investors make money for money. They make money from money, right? So being a business person or investor is what you want to do. So what am I saying? Is it a problem for you to be an employee or self-employed? Yes, it is a problem. If you're an employee or self-employed right now, what you should be thinking about is how can I scale myself into a business owner or an investor? So this opportunity that I'm going to present to you today is an opportunity that gives you a chance to be a business owner as well as an investor. And it has the potential to give you freedom and wealth. Right now, I could go ahead and tell you about the opportunity, how are you going to make money and so forth. But if you don't know, the vehicle in which, how do we make this money, I won't be doing you proper justice. So I decided to start by shedding some light on the vehicle that we use to make money, which is Bitcoin. So what is Bitcoin? A Bitcoin is a worldwide digital currency that is decentralized and not controlled by any government or institution. Bitcoin is a form of money. Bitcoin is a form of paperless money that can be used for transactions. Bitcoin is sent by using the internet directly from a person to person with no bank or intermediary, and is a fast, safe, anonymous way to send money. Anyone can set up a Bitcoin account. No fees, no chargebacks, no borders. It's a digital cash just like emails are for letters. I remember when the internet started, people were asking, what is this internet? What is this internet? People that didn't know actually what internet is. But right now, as we are talking, everyone is using the internet. But what happened to the people who actually, took the advantage of, knowing more about internet when it was just starting, and they built up companies like Microsoft, companies like Google, companies like Facebook. They actually build applications for the internet in which you and me are end users, and those companies are profiting a lot. So that means that whenever there is a revolution like the one that we're seeing in digital currencies like Bitcoin, which is something very, very new and it's unfolding before our eyes, it is very essential for someone to actually get a grasp of what it is and actually see a way they can take part in it. So the Bitcoin characteristics, it is deflationary, so which means instead of losing value, Bitcoin actually increases in value over time. And it's inflation free. It works anywhere in the world. It's transparent and not forgeable. Very low costs of use. These factors, if you look at them closely, they sum up to what we call the perfect money that the world will need. So we just want to talk about the Bitcoin price history. I'm starting from 2015, when Bitcoin was just 3,000 rands per Bitcoin. And in 2016, Bitcoin went up to 8,000 rands per Bitcoin. In 2017, Bitcoin went up to 300,000 rands per Bitcoin. And as you are speaking right now in 2019, Bitcoin is at around 190,000, right? So if you look at Bitcoin's price over a short period of time, you might see like some kind of a zigzag kind of pattern whereby it's going up and down. But if you zoom out and actually look at the history of Bitcoin, from on a yearly kind of a scale, you see that Bitcoin has started from nothing to actually lots of money. In 2010, Bitcoin was around 1 rand per Bitcoin, and as we are speaking right now, Bitcoin is 190,000 rands per Bitcoin. So which means Bitcoin actually increases in value over time, and no asset in the history has actually done what Bitcoin has done in this short period of time. This is because of Bitcoin's nature and the demand of Bitcoin. So many people are wanting to use Bitcoin right now, and so many people are actually seeing the benefits of Bitcoin. They want to get in and start to use Bitcoin, right? So let's talk about Bitcoin usage. You can see Bitcoin is used in South Africa, and Takealot.com, Pick and Pay, they use Bitcoin. Runaway Sell, they use Bitcoin, and all other companies that you see here, they actually accept Bitcoin. Online shopping, you can use Bitcoin for online shopping. You can use Bitcoin to pay in stores. You can use Bitcoin to link to PayPal or to link to a payment service like PayFast. You use Bitcoin to send money. If you want to send money to a person, right? Let's take, for instance, you want to send money to a person who is in another part of the country. Instead of you going to ShopRite and get charged lots of money, you could just send that money in Bitcoin to that person, and it takes a matter of minutes to send that money to that person, right? So these are some of the companies that are actually accepting Bitcoin in America, and it's estimated of 1 million companies that are accepting Bitcoin worldwide. Tesla is accepting Bitcoin, Dell is accepting Bitcoin, Shopify accepting Bitcoin, Lamborghini accepting Bitcoin. Bitcoin is proving to be an acceptable currency, and countries like Venezuela, they actually made their own cryptocurrency. So Japan has Bitcoin as their second currency. China actually recently lifted a ban on Bitcoin, which actually proves that Bitcoin is getting more and more popularity. As more and more people want to use Bitcoin, it's gonna drive the price of Bitcoin to go up because of how Bitcoin is designed. So how do you get started with Bitcoin? Now that you know a little bit about Bitcoin, I could talk more about Bitcoin. Actually, I could write books and books, just to discuss about the topic of Bitcoin. But I think this is what you need to know about Bitcoin. So one, you need to know that Bitcoin is a form of paperless money that can be used to transact, and to pay for goods and to spend, right? And Bitcoin can be used as a store of value, which means Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin and hold it, just like how you can, buy gold and hold it, right? But, Bitcoin is an intangible asset. You can use it as a transactional currency, or you can use it as a store of value. And also the blockchain, which is the underlying technology of Bitcoin, can actually work as a payment system. So how do you get started in Bitcoin? There are essentially 3 ways to get started in Bitcoin. And number one of them is you can buy Bitcoin and hold it. Remember when I told you that the value of Bitcoin in 2010 was actually 1 rand. around 1 rand 40. So you can buy Bitcoin and hold it so that when the price appreciate, of which it will appreciate because of the supply and demand, Bitcoin will actually continue to decrease in supply whilst so many people actually wants to use it and driving its price even higher. So you can buy Bitcoin and hold it and sell it later when it has appreciated in value. Or number 2, you could trade Bitcoin on exchanges, which is extremely hazardous if you don't know what you're doing, because you can lose a lot of money when trading in a short period of time, right? And number 3, which I recommend and which is what I do, which is Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining is a process of making new Bitcoins, and every 10 minutes a block of new Bitcoins is being released and given to miners. Miners are people who set up data centers like this picture that you see here. These are called mining machines. So they actually set up mining machines so that they support the Bitcoin network and confirm the transactions and keep the Bitcoin network secure, right? So these mining machines are the ones that keep the Bitcoin network secure from hackers, and in return they get given some newly generated Bitcoins every 10 minutes. A block of 12.5 Bitcoins is given to any successful miner who has mined what is called a block, right? So unlike the conventional mining that we know, like the digging for gold and so forth, this is not digging for gold. This is actually confirming transaction and keeping the network secure through computation, through these things that are called mining machines that are actually supporting the network, right? So I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for you to understand. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them down here. So why Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin mining increases your number of Bitcoins and you have no worries in deep times. So sometimes you might buy your Bitcoin today and hold it. So you may buy your Bitcoin today and hold it. Maybe the value of Bitcoin goes down a little bit because of market correction. You might panic and think that maybe you're losing your money, if you're actually, holding the Bitcoin. So you have no worries in terms of deep when you're mining because you're actually making the Bitcoins, right? It also provides a business opportunity that I'm going to tell you about, because remember those newly generated Bitcoins, they are actually coming from thin air to be given to miners. That actually presents a new business opportunity for people to get into the business of mining Bitcoin and actually earn those newly generated Bitcoins. And it supports the blockchain. Like what I say, mining supports the blockchain. And let's just get a little bit of a case study here of mining versus buying and holding. Buying and holding, as I told you, is to buy Bitcoin and keep it, for the time that you want to keep it, and then, sell it later at a higher value, right? And mining is to actually, invest, into mining machines that are actually mining Bitcoin for you. Let's say that today you have got 150,000. This is just a hypothetical, right? You got 150,000 rands, right? And the 150,000 rand that you have, right? You buy one Bitcoin with that 150,000 rand and you hold that Bitcoin for 3 years. Let's say the Bitcoin value goes up to 1 million, which is a factor of 10. In its history, Bitcoin has been doing this, multiplying itself by factors of 20, by factors of 40, by factors of 20, right? In 2017, actually, Bitcoin multiplied itself by a factor of 20, right? So multiplied itself 20 times, right? So let's just say in 3 years, right, Bitcoin can multiply itself just by a factor of 10 to 1 million rand. It means the estimated value of your Bitcoins in 3 years, you might have 1 million. And let's go to mining. When doing mining, invest in your mining equipment. You run those equipment in 3 years, you'll get 3 to 6 Bitcoin in the worst case scenario. You generate 3 Bitcoins, which means in total, you're gonna have 3 Bitcoins times the value of Bitcoin, which is 1 million. So when doing mining, you're actually gonna generate even more Bitcoins, making your money even more. So that is why I want to introduce you to a company called Mining City. Mining City makes it easy for people to mine Bitcoin without having to stress about maintaining the equipment, without having to stress about a lot of money that is needed to put into a mining facility. Because for you to have a mining facility that is actually profitable in mining Bitcoin, you need to spend millions and millions of dollars into actually building such a structure, right? But Mining City is a crowd-funded mining pool. So Mining City is a wealth building company for the digital currency market. Mining City is one of the largest verifiable cryptocurrency mining operation on the blockchain, and it's growing in over 50 countries, right? Mining City is partnership with BTC.com, MineBest, and it has got its data centers located in Kazakhstan, and the Kazakhstan's government actually has exempted them on tax and tariffs, and actually it's actually sponsored by the government, and it's legally authorized to operate in Kazakhstan. And they also have a chance to get cheap electricity from Profitech, which is a company that supplies electricity in Kazakhstan, right? Here is the infrastructure of Mining City, still building and still growing. And you can see that Mining City has got a partnership with hardware manufacturers Bitmain. Mining City owns its own land and is located close to a power station, and that gives us cheap electricity in Kazakhstan, right? And these are some of the pictures of the mining facility, the people we have visited the mining facility. So these are the pictures from some of the people from Africa. We have gone to see the mining facilities in Kazakhstan, right? So the mining facilities in Kazakhstan actually exist, and they can be verified, 100% verified, right? You see there, this is my leader Solani, who has gone to Kazakhstan with Hannah, to see this mining equipment, to actually confirm if Mining City is actually doing what they are doing, right? If you want to see a whole lot video about the review that I did about Mining City to see if it actually does what it says it does, you can actually click on the link that I shall put on somewhere on this screen. I have done a whole lot video about verifying Mining City, and one of the things that you could do is to go to the banner that is on the Mining City website, click on it, then you go to pool.btc.com, whereby you see that Mining City is listed there as one of the VIP partners, pool.btc.com. And mind you, btc.com is owned by Bitmain, and btc.com is the largest pool in the world. So Mining City can be 100% verified as a Bitcoin mining company that is actually doing what it does. Recently, we actually purchased some more equipment to actually mine Bitcoin with, right? So now that you know about Bitcoin, so you might be wondering, how do I start? So how do I start mining Bitcoin and invest in Mining City, right? We're going to talk about that, right? So the plans, they start from one for $500 US. $500 US, what you get is 1,000 days of mining, and they are guaranteed. You're going to mine for your entire 1,100 days, and they're guaranteed, right? The contract period is 1,100 days. You will start mining 10 days after you purchase your mining plan, right? And the equipment that you're going to use is called a Watts miner. Mining City has switched to one of the best mining equipment that is called the Watts miner, right? The coin that you're mining is Bitcoin, and the service cost, which is the electricity cost, is 0.475 USD kilowatts, and the plan hash rate is 5 terahash per second, right? So given those parameters, you could click on calculate your mining earnings using cryptocompare.com, and when you click there, right, this you will be able to do if you open a free account. If you open a free account, you'll be able to see these plans, and you can click on each one of them to calculate how much can you make per day, per month, or per year regarding to your plan and the price of Bitcoin that time. So this hash rate is actually guaranteed, right? For your 1,100 days, you mine with this hash rate. Unlike other mining companies whereby you just buy a mining share, you don't know on which parameters are you getting paid from. With Mining City, is so transparent. You can actually see how much are you going to make from your parameters using cryptocompare.com. So now that you know about the investment, now this section here is actually optional. You could choose to be an investor, like what I've been telling you from the start, that this business gives you an opportunity to be a business person and an investor, right? An investor, you could just put in your money, sit back and watch. You will get your mining earnings each and every day. So each and every day, if you're in South Africa at 11 p.m., everyone will get paid whatever is being mined according to their plan. This business side is optional. If you want to make even more money more quicker, you could choose to actually be an affiliate of Mining City. Being an affiliate of Mining City, which means you're gonna go and actually build teams, even if you're not building teams, even if you're working alone, but building teams, which is gonna be a better thing to build your business. Like we've been talking about, the principle of leverage, right? You leveraging on other people's efforts, right? So you could build teams that will actually go out there and actually present the opportunity to others. And when others, decide to actually purchase a plan, you'll be compensated for that, right? And I know some of the people actually, they have a misconception about this industry of network marketing. They actually talk about, this is a pyramid, what. But, in everywhere that we go, we see pyramid structure. Even at your workplace, we get your boss, you get your high level managers, you get your middle level managers, and you get your low level managers. Then you got the employee, and the employees actually, there are kind of hierarchies in those employees as well. So you see that, even at a workplace, there is one CEO, at the top. Everywhere that you see, there is what is called a hierarchy, or a protocol, right? And so you can call it what you want to call it, but network marketing is the second highest paying job in the whole world, next to sports. There is a lot of money to be made in network marketing, and people are already making a lot of money in network marketing. The business income streams, right, from this business that I'm going to present to you, right? The most common way you get paid as an affiliate of Mining City is the binary team cycle bonus. All new members you introduce to Mining City will be placed on your left team or right team of your binary tree, depending on your placement settings, right? So you can either place a person to your left or to your right, right? So for every 5 credits that you have on your left, or 5 and 5 credits at the right, you will earn a one-time $200 bonus. What do I mean? It means that if the first person, right, which is you, signs up a person that buys a gold plan gives you actually 7 credits, which means if you sell or plan the gold plan to someone, you will receive 7 points, right? So depending on where you place that person, you will get 7 points, either to your left or to your right, right? So you sign up this person, you get 7 points. So you get 7 points to your right, right? And you sign up another person who buys also a gold plan, then you get 7 points to your left. So that night at 11 p.m. when everyone else is getting paid, Mining City comes to you and see, okay, you got 7 credits here and 7 credits here. So which means here we divide by 5 and divide here by 5, and we are left with 2 credits here and 2 credits, but those 5 credits are cancelled and you get given $200 bonus, right? So let's take for instance that this person decides to sign up another person. They'll only have left and right to sign that person too, right? So if they sign this person under them, they put them on their right team, and this person has bought another gold plan, right? They will have 7 points to their right, and also you will have 7 points to your right. So which means you're benefiting from the work of the person that is under you, right? Let's take for instance now that you signed up another person yourself. The only way you can place them is whether to the left of this person or under this person, right? or under this person, right? Because of the fact that, every member has only 2 legs, right? So if you decide to place this person under this person, it means they're going to have 7 credits to their left, and you're going to have also 7 credits, which means that they are benefiting from your work. So in this business, it's not a feed the top kind of a thing. You also benefit from a person that is on top of you. It's not like, the people who are on top, they're benefiting only from the people who are below. And that's the beauty of the binary tree. The binary tree actually encourages teamwork from even the upliners to the downliners, so that you must help the people under you to actually make money for you to actually make money. It's not a selfish kind of a business. It's a business that actually, encourages teamwork, right? That's why if you join my team, I'm going to do all that is in my power to make you succeed in this business, for the fact that your success is also going to benefit me, and I will be very, very glad to actually help you to succeed, right? There is also another way that you get paid that is called the direct commission. The direct commission says that from your first person that you sign up, you get 5% of whatever they bought, right? So which means if they bought the gold plan, which is $3,500 US, you get $175 as a direct commission. You get paid that night that you sign up that person, right? So 5% from the first person up until the 5th person. Then from the 6th person to infinity, you get 10% of whatever they put, which means they buy a gold plan, you get $350 US. This one, you don't have to qualify for poor. Must not have any points on the left or any points on the right. The moment you sign up someone, you get your direct commission that same night. So when you have 5 credits on your left and 5 credits on the right, that night those credits are removed, but you get given $200 US as a compensation for that, right? When you do that, that is called a cycle, right? And this is the promise that Mining City has to its investors. So which means for 99% of the time, your machines will be up and running for you for the entire period, for entire contract period, right? The insurance from fire and theft, skilled repair team, expert planning and operation team, perfect security, and a warm welcome center. If you want to visit to see the mining facility, there's always a warm welcome center for you to actually go and actually see how the operation is going, right? And that concludes the business presentations, my friends. And now let's look at why you should partner with me. So one of the most important aspects that you have to consider when you are entering a network marketing business is actually who are you joining under. Though the spirit of dependency is actually bad in network marketing, because you have to treat it as your business and actually own it as your own business, but actually the person who introduced you to a network marketing business plays an important role into introducing you to actually how to build a network marketing business, and giving you the information and the tools and the support that you need. So joining under me will ensure that you have quality leadership. As your sponsor, I'll thrive to lead you into success and build more leaders in my network. Actually, I focus on building more leaders in my network, and I also provide you with support. All my downloaders have unlimited access to my support whenever I'm available to do so. I also help you with marketing tools. As a former digital marketing professional, I help my team with necessary marketing tools that I use to market, quality tools that you can actually use to generate your leads, right? And to actually, close deals, and some of the scripts that I use to actually close deals with new members, right? And you also get VIP mentorship. If you want to join my VIP mentorship, everyone that has joined under me has, 100% access to me. The VIP mentorship program will actually allow you to actually have, more and more mentorship, right? And we'll be embarking on, some challenges to actually, improve our businesses, to actually improve our earnings. And that's why you should join with me. And please check out my website, which is Ngoni Jiji bitcoin.com, right? So my encouragement to do is you act as soon as possible, because remember, opportunities, they are time sensitive. You have to make money whilst money is still being made. If you had bought Bitcoin in 2010, you would have bought it at $140. But now if you want to buy Bitcoin, you have to buy it for over 150,000, right? And why is that? It is because this Bitcoin thing is time sensitive. As more and more days pass, the opportunity to actually make money through Bitcoin mining is actually slipping away. So I encourage you to make a decision today. And if you have any questions that you need clarification on, here's my number. You can send me a WhatsApp, or you can give me a call, or you can go to my website and leave a message there. I'll actually reply to every message that everyone sends me. So remember, I said that at the end of the video I'm gonna be giving you some bonuses. Oh yes, I'm gonna keep my promise. So the bonus that I'm gonna give to you is a step-by-step guide on how to build wealth in 90 days, right? It's so amazing, and I'm gonna send the PDF to you. So what you have to do is to send a message to this number and just say bonus. I'll send you right to your inbox this guide, and you can read it as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching this video, and Ngoni, I'm out. See you next time.